design of this mosque, when it was first done, when we first got to the first floor, on the second floor, we just did the decking of the second floor. And architect came here. He said, "No, well done." He said, "Do you know we'll be making guests of you?" I said, "How?" He said, "I am an architect, and we know what this mosque will cost, and we know the number of people that come to this mosque. We say, in a week, you take 15,000-30,000 naira. And now say, is it that money you use to build the mosque you draw here?" They said they were making jest of me. But when he came back, he saw what was on ground. At that time, it was just Kakaso. He said, "I know it is God that has sent you. And I know God has been with your side." Because we always say that when you are to build a mosque, you will draw the one that you will be able to build. And Alhamdulillah, with all gratitude to Allah, we have spent about over 1 billion naira in this place. And I cannot tell you this is exactly where it's coming. For me as Fuad, I can't proud anytime to say I have 1 million naira in my account. I don't think I have it in my life up to today. I can't even have it. Wallah, I can't have it. I think what I will call real turning point was a lecture I did in National Mosque. A school invited me for a lecture, esteemed nursery and primary school. I was invited to do a lecture. I remember the title of the topic. It's still with me. They call it "Education: A Challenge to Contemporary Nigerian Muslim." The lecture was dynamic. The lecture was revolutionary, and it was not insulting or abusive, but it is highly touching. Then the permanent secretary then, Ali Babangida, Dr. Ali, he came to represent the minister of FCT. The following Tuesday, it was on a Thursday, on a Saturday, he invited me to come and attend their management meeting in FCT. I thought they want to arrest me because the lecture was too harsh, but was too truthful and straight to the point. So I was ready. When I got there, the man said, "This man did the lecture where I was. Please repeat that lecture to us. I should have do something for the management of FCD Adeyemi to listen." When they listen, the next thing he asked me is, "Do you have a mosque?" I said, "No." He said, "Go and look for one." I said, "I've seen one." He said, "Where is it?" I told him. That day he said, it was on a Thursday, no, on a Wednesday. He said, "This Friday you must pay Juma service there." I said, I don't have an organization. I don't have any school that is conventional that I can say when my students come, these people are big people. We don't have more than 30 in the class. How can you say, I can't go and where you start? He arranged water, he arranged canopy, he arranged mats for us that day. He arranged public address system. We started Juma prayer in August because we did lecture in July. It was the following week. We did something in August 2003. That was the first Juma service we had. And people were averagely large that day. Like what I was coming with in Saturday, I told you, it was in English. Everybody became so interested. The following week, desert canopy, plenty. Before you know it, we started developing the place. He gave us a land, big land. But he said we should anticipatory approval. We should start using the place before the letter was ready. Before the letter was ready, we started developing the place temporary. One day somebody came, they said the land belonged to the demolished everything we had. It was a setback. As people were crying, elderly people were crying, I've learned not to cry. I learned to face the challenges the way it is. When the mosque was demolished, the first thing in my brain is, and that was the day news said what was Zoom in 2006. It was 2006, July 2006. The news said what was Zoom, because don't forget it's 4 months. So when they have to resume, all right with my brain, how do we come out of it? I wrote a letter to a friend, a woman who was a big person. I used to call her, but she's a mother. No Bayade. She said, "Come and start." The following day, my students resumed at no Bayade. So nothing was missing. I said, I don't cry for problem. When I'm in a problem, when I'm challenged, I look for solution before I cry. And Alhamdulillah, it worked. From there, they called me somebody 2007, 2008, and 2008 or 2009. We've been looking to get our own land, we couldn't get. Somebody just called me that they say land is waiting for us in FCD. I said, me, FCD. I went there, although I filled some forms, so I went there and they gave me the form. They gave me something to fill. Somebody brought me to where we are now. When we got there, bush in 2010, around February, March 2010. The time of this mosque, when it was first done, when we first got to the first floor, on the second floor, we just did the decking of the second floor. And architect came here. He said, Imam, well done. He said, do you know I've been making guests of you? I said, how? He said, I am an architect. And we know what this mosque will cost. And we know the number of people that come to this mosque. We say, in a week, you take 30,000 naira. And I say, is it that money you use to build the mosque you draw here? They said they are making jest of me. But when he came back, he saw what was on ground. At that time, it was just Kakaso. He said, I know it is God that has sent you. And I know God has been with in your side. Because we always say that when you are to build a mosque, you will draw the one that you able to build. And Alhamdulillah, with all gratitude to Allah, we have spent about over 1 billion naira in this place. And I cannot tell you this is exactly where it's coming. For me as Fuad, I can't proud anytime to say I have 1 million naira in my account. I don't think I have it in my life. You know, when you have things like this, there are so many challenges. So many challenges. But one thing that I've learned over the year is patience, consistency, and reliance on God. My name is Imam Fuad Adeyemi.